time, I'd like to call to order the regular monthly meeting of South Union Township Board of Supervisors. Please rise for an opening prayer, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Agenda item number 4, roll call. Mr. Schiffbauer?
Here.
Mr. Vernon?
Here.
Mr. Scott here. Number 5, Roadmaster's report for the month of May. I have that. We replaced various street signs that were faded or knocked over in the township. There were 17 of them. We also put new signs on Mailman. Mr. Vernon handled this Mailman Alley in the Orford area. It was just unnamed for years, and we put signs on for people were asking. We had some requests. We replaced 13 tops on inlets in the township. Most of them are for our summer paving projects. We have 14 more that need to be replaced or upgraded. We replaced curbs that were taken out for the snow plowing. I think our list is getting shorter. We have most of those taken care of. If not, please call into the office and we can take care of it now. We're also milling a lot of areas that we're going to pave this summer. We're trying to get the bad spots out. We're milling them out, putting binder in. So whenever it's paved, it's top coated, it'll last longer. We hauled compost 14 days. We ran a sweeper truck 6 days. We mowed 12 days. We did paving already. We did 4 streets. And that was paving from last year that was left over from the 2014 grant money. We did half of Township Drive. We did Michael Drive, Barton Mill Road, Schaefer's Corner. And as I said, that was left over from last year. It was the 2014 grant money that we used to pave those streets. That's all I have for my report. Gentlemen, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
No, sir. Nothing.
Number 6, Code Enforcement Officer's Report. Mr. Vernon.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The main report for the code enforcement is we had 27 letters sent out for property maintenance, 5 for junk vehicles, 2 burning complaints. We had 42 high grass and weeds. I mean, if your grass is over 10 inches high, you'll get a letter from us and give you 3 or 4 days to correct it. If not, a citation is issued. We had 4 quad complaints. We had also 52 citations written out for the month of May, and for a total of letters and what's that was 132. Miles traveled throughout the township. Our full-time code officer, we also have a part-time working on the day, traveled 1,410 miles. Our full-time officer works from 7 to 3:30, and our part-time officer works from, we change him around, usually he works 6 hours, 7 hours a day. And in the evenings we have, and weekends we have 3 part-time officers working. They travel a total of 2,111 miles for a total of 3,521 miles traveled throughout our township to try to enforce our codes and be the eyes for the state police. We have 1 parking handicap given out and 2 for the fire lane. That covers my code report. If you guys have any other questions to add?
No, sir. Mr. Schiffbauer, you have anything to add?
Nothing, no.
Thank you, Mr. Vernon.
Yes,
Number 7, Chair will entertain a motion to approve minutes of the previous meeting.
I'll move to approve.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second motion.
Motion and proper second on the roll call. Mr. Vernon?
Yes.
Mr. Schiffbauer?
Yes.
Mr. Scott, yes. Motion carries. Number 8 on the agenda, comments on agenda items. Does anyone have any comments on the agenda items for today? No? Number 9, the Sewage Department report. In the month of May, I mentioned at April's meeting that we changed the pump in the Route 21 pump station, that we're doing some renovations. And after going through, I just got the report today. We were looking to see if the general, they said that we were going to save money on the electric. and we were just waiting till it ran a couple months so we can see what we are saving. And just we went from the month of May 2016 to the month of May in 2015, and the 15 bill was $708.35, and this year it was $458, and actually power went up, so apples to apples it's probably even a little better than that. So once we get the second pump change, we're going to save drastic on the electric bill over there, so that's another plus. The GIS progress I've talked about in previous months. We have about 40 manholes left. We should have that done by the 1st of July. That should all be up and running. We had no change in the EDUs, which is how we measure our sewage. How many accounts we have are through EDUs. We had no change. We started the audit. I mentioned before that we wanted an audit, a full audit done for the previous years. We took over January 1st, 2016. So we had an audit for 2015 and prior, just checking to make sure everything's on the up and up. And that started. It should be complete by next month's meeting. I should have the results. We started shutoffs. We issued shutoffs. We had customers that were, I think we had over 100 customers that were over $200, and our bill's $20 a month. We collected over $10,000 of those late fees. That some of them dated back to 2009. So we are collecting the fees that were just passed over before, and we're out. We still have, I think she said today, we have about $8,000 left out, and a couple of those are from some big accounts. So we're still working on those, and I think we gave them until the 3rd of June to shut their water off. So we should be able to collect some more of that. In the general business, we had 137 one calls, 12 service calls, no issues at the pump stations. We didn't have any flooding. Valley View, Salem Heights, and Route 21 are our pump stations. We had no issues. We continue with our summer grass cutting, cleaning. Also continue locating the manholes for the GIS that I mentioned, and working with the paving crews to prepare the manholes for blacktop. Concludes my report. Do you gentlemen have anything else to add?
I'd just like to add, you're working overtime on this, so we appreciate that, too, getting it put together.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Mr. Schiffbauer?
Concur.
Thank you. Number 10, pass a resolution to approve the transfer of club liquor license from 157 East Main Street, City of Uniontown, to 1170 National Pike, South Union Township. Mr. Davis, could you handle this for us, explain it a little bit?
I can, but I notice, and I will, Mr. Chairman, what had happened was we had previously passed a resolution authorizing the transfer of this liquor license for the Father Thomas J. Dunn Post 1669 Catholic War Veterans of USA. Unfortunately, the address that was on the original resolution was incorrect. The correct address is 1170 National Pike, Hopwood, South Union Township, Fayette County, Pennsylvania. This resolution that the board is considering today will correct that problem from the previous resolution. And we have J.W. Eddy, the attorney for the club, who may want to make a couple comments, and if there's any points to clarify, J.W., feel free to do that.
Come on up, Mr. Eddy.
Afternoon, gentlemen.
Afternoon.
What Mr. Davis said is substantially correct. The address for the new club in the old Coastal Lumber Building had to be changed for purposes of this resolution. It's not that the address that was listed in the original resolution that the board approved was wrong. It's that it has since been changed.
Okay.
It had to be changed from 1152 to 1170. There was a reason for that. I can't recall off the top of my head. The post office had an issue with the roads back in there by Coastal Lumber behind Adrian's, and they had to designate it as 1170 instead of 1152. So that's one correction. The other correction is that the original resolution failed to name the prior, well, current address of the war vets at 157 East Main Street in the City of Uniontown. That's a requirement of the Liquor Control Board, and the resolution has been rejected as it's currently approved. So those two corrections have been made. In all other regards, it's an identical resolution to the one that the board already considered and approved back in 2014. We believe it's a good resolution. This move is beneficial to our club and also to the township. To anyone who has any concerns about liquor, this is a Christian veterans organization. We don't cause any trouble. There's no noise, no late nights, no partying. Just a place for veterans and like-minded people to gather and watch sporting events and have some fellowship. Like I said, it's not a rowdy tavern or anything like that. So it'll bring in some good revenue for the township. We have events there. The township will benefit from those, I believe. It's a good deal for us, and it's a good deal for you guys. So again, it's basically just points of clarification to edify the LCB. No substantial changes. We just ask that you guys vote aye one more time.
Thank you, sir.
Unless you have any questions for me.
We're good. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay, Chair will entertain a motion to pass the resolution. Do I have to read it again?
No, you know, we'll make it part of the record.
Part of the record.
We'll make a copy of it part of the minutes, if that's okay with, assuming that the board acts favorably on it.
Okay, I'll move to approve the transfer.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second Mr. Vernon. Motion?
We have a motion, a proper second on the roll call. Mr. Vernon?
Yes.
Mr. Schiffbauer?
Yes.
Mr. Scott, yes. Motion carries. Number 11, discuss hiking and mountain bike trail at Lick Hollow Park and connecting it to the Sheepskin Trail. Mr. Schiffbauer, I believe this is your baby.
Yeah, last week, and as the community knows that we're about to build or start work on our segment of the Sheepskin Trail that's going to be located in South Union Township, running from Bailey Park to the Hutchison Park. We were toying with the idea that there are some mountain hiking trails and biking trails along the western slope of the mountains here. And there's one trail particularly that is maintained by the DCNR Forestry Department, and that runs from Lick Hollow Park up along the hillside onto Pine Log Road and takes a southerly direction that goes all the way down into Georges Township. And looking at the map, that park, along with the mountain trails, is only about a mile and a half from where the terminus of Sheepskin Trail is going to be at Hutchison. And we were thinking about connecting the two trails together. And it's approximately a mile and a half that would run from the Hutchison Park, Reservoir Road, Walnut Street, Buttermilk Lane, down to Lick Hollow Road, into the Lick Hollow Park. And from that point, the trail would begin for those who are interested in taking the trail along the mountainside. We met with, as I said, we met with representatives from DCNR, the Forestry Department, up at Lick Hollow Park, and we discussed an idea, and we did have an advocate of, a very strong advocate of the mountain bikers, and it's amazing how dedicated these people are in this type of exercise and sports activity. And we thought that the trail could be expanded. There are some areas that has trails like this, literally hundreds of miles. It doesn't require a lot in the way of construction. It's basically just marking the trail through the woods and some maybe minor breaking and shoveling in some dirt, maybe cutting a few trees. But we thought it would be nice to be able to tie into these two concepts, the Sheepskin Trail and the Lick Hollow Park, and the Whitetail Trail in Lick Hollow Park. DCNR, so far, they thought it would be a good idea, and they are entertaining the possibility of expanding the number of trails, and we have volunteers that would mark these trails and set them out within the park. And the thing that we feel that it just adds to, and if people would remember years ago, Lick Hollow Park used to be a very popular spot to picnic. Over the years, it's been downsized by the state. There are some tables there, and I think there's just one pavilion, and they recently constructed a nice, modern, up-to-date restroom facility. While we were there, I noticed the poor condition of the picnic tables. And it's a shame to think back to what this park used to be at one time and how popular it was and how many people frequented it and the children and the families utilize this park. Right now it seems to be one of the Fayette County's best kept secrets. In talking to the representative from DCNR, I'd ask him, well, I indicated first of all our displeasure of the poor condition that the picnic tables are in. They seem like they haven't been touched since back in the days when I was a kid and I used to go to the park. I ran by him the idea if we were able to get people to build the tables, if they would supply the wood, and he indicated that they would do so. I talked to Mr. Jeffries, the head of the VOTEC school, today, and he said that their students and teachers would be glad to construct the tables. So I don't know if we're going to do that this summer. If not this summer, we'll do that this fall. But that's one bonus that was paid because of the meeting we had with DCNR. And as the trail concept begins to take place and we form it and identify these trails, we'll let the public know. We'll do more advertising and broadcasting. And also I also indicated to the representative from DCNR, we would like to see that the state take a more active or proactive position with that park and try to upgrade it. And we'd like to see people attracted to that park. And it wouldn't take a whole lot, but it would be nice to see that park regain its popularity as it held years ago. So we'll keep you posted as to the events that take place as far as making some of these things happen I just talked about. And if anybody has any suggestions, please let us know. We'd be glad to listen to you.
Thank you, Mr. Schiffbauer. Number 12, report on response to transgender restroom topic. This is also your topic, if you'd like to address it.
Yeah, we brought this up at our last meeting about, and you've certainly seen a lot in the newspapers and on the television about this issue. I believe 11 states is challenging in the courts the position of our federal government, one that we do not agree with. I just wish our state, Pennsylvania, is not one of these 11. I hope our legislators and governors would take a closer look at this and possibly join 11 states in challenging this ill-gotten policy. And I would like to indicate or bring up that I'd like to thank the newspaper for presenting over a week period of time the question in a poll that the newspaper, they do on various issues. And for a week they ran the question in their polling, should transgenders be allowed to choose the restrooms that they prefer to use? The people of Fayette County have spoken. They have stated quite strongly their position. They are in opposition of the federal government, and unfortunately our newspaper is taken and supporting it. The last count is only 188 supported the federal government's position, and 910 were in opposition. Roughly 80% of the respondents were against the position of the federal government. And I'd like to thank the newspaper for giving the people of Fayette County an opportunity to express themselves on the issue. And I think they sent a clear and strong message that the people here, at least in Fayette County, are against it.
Thank you, Mr. Schiffbauer. Mr. Vernon, you have anything to add?
Nothing. Bob handled it perfectly.
Number 13, motion to exonerate Robert Eric Kale, 45 Gentile Drive, from real estate tax effective 2016. We have a letter here from the Department of Veteran Affairs. Mr. Davis, could you explain this?
Yes, this is a letter from the department requesting exoneration of real estate taxes for 2016 on behalf of Mr. Kale, confirming his status with his providing the VA number, etc., and his discharge information. So the board, if it chooses, can act favorably and exonerate him from the real estate taxes assessed by the township.
I actually think it is a good idea if they do something for our veterans to, try to help them.
Now, these are disabled veterans.
Right, disabled veterans. So many times you hear about disabled veterans not, having to jump through hoops
Yeah.
to get stuff done. It's nice that they, at least take this action to help them out. The chair would entertain a motion.
I'll move to exonerate Mr. Kell for real estate taxes at 45 Gentile Drive.
The motion, do we have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Motion and proper second on the roll call. Mr. Vernon?
Yes.
Mr. Schiffbauer?
Yes.
Mr. Scott, yes. Motion carries. Number 14 is a motion to exonerate Wendell K. Nichols, 411 Dove Drive, from real estate tax effective 2016. Same.
Yes.
Same.
Well, it's verification of the disability of the veteran.
Right.
Yeah, it's a different form, but it's the same principle, same concept.
Chair, on
This is a new application where the other one was.
Right.
Yeah.
Any questions? Chair will entertain a motion.
I'll move to exonerate Wendell Nichols at 411 Dove Drive from Southfield Township real estate taxes effective 2016.
Motion, do we have a second?
Second the motion.
Motion and proper second on the roll call. Mr. Vernon?
Yes.
Mr. Schiffbauer?
Yes.
Mr. Scott, yes. Motion carries. Number 15, motion to exonerate Elliot Norman Reiser, 648 McClellantown Road, from real estate tax effective 2016. Mr. Davis?
Yes, it's the same disabled veteran, and they do have to show to the Veterans Administration that they are have continued financial need. So it would be the same process.
One of the applicants came in, I talked to, I wasn't sure which one it was, but they said it was like a 4 to 5 month process, from start to finish. So,
Yeah, I know they have to submit verification,
Right.
of course, of their status and their financial need. So it would be the same as the other two.
I'll make a motion to exonerate Elliot Norman Reiser, 648 McClellantown Road, from real estate tax effective 2016. Do I have a second?
Second the motion.
Motion proper second on a roll call. Mr. Scott, yes. Mr. Schiffbauer?
Yes.
Mr. Vernon?
Yes. Motion
Motion carries. Number 16, open bids for the sale of the Township 1995 International Plow Truck. We advertised this in the newspaper, also at our last meeting. I think we advertised it twice in the newspaper, and we only received one bid for the truck. So,
Shall I open it?
yes, sir.
We have the bid of Hopwood Enterprises, Inc., 76 Atlas Road, Hopwood, PA, and the bid amount is $3,500, and the bid is accompanied by a check in the amount of $350, which represents 10% of the bid amount in lieu of a bond.
That's the only bid we received. Gentlemen, you have any questions, comments?
Do you think it's a good bid value?
We took it, we actually had the truck this winter. We were using it, and it was out of inspection, and we took it to the garage we use for inspection, and they actually said that they wouldn't inspect it because of the rust on the frame and the transfer case and stuff. So that's when we came to the conclusion we might get rid of it. We did have a couple townships stop and look at it, but I think it was beyond what they wanted as far as the frame. So I asked, around a couple people, and that I talked to, the actual truck garage that worked on it, and they said that 3 would be low and 5 would be high to get the bid. So, but I was hoping we got more bids. We had 2 or 3 townships look at it, and then 4 or 5 individuals, and we only received one bid. Chair will entertain a motion to accept.
Chairman, I'll make a motion to accept the bid and order to Hopwood Enterprises.
the amount of $3,500.
$3,500 was their bid.
We have a motion, we have a second.
I'll second Mr. Schiffbauer's motion.
Motion proper second on the roll call. Mr. Schiffbauer?
Yes.
Mr. Vernon?
Yes.
Mr. Scott, yes. Motion carries. Number 17, announce hard to recycle event on June 4th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Fayette County Fairgrounds. This is a nice event that they have. I know we get calls all the time for different things that you know are hard to get rid of. I've heard Sean on the phone at least 5 or 6 times in the past month telling people that this date. Things that they take are used motor oil, used tires, large steel appliances, washers, dryers, dishwashers, refrigerators, hot water tanks. Those cost $2 each. And old electronic items, televisions cost $5 each to get rid of, computers, radios, complete computers $5 to get rid of, other small items are $1. Items they do not accept are household hazardous waste, paint cans, and antifreeze. Once again, that's going to be on Saturday, June 4th from 9 to 2 at the Fayette County Fairgrounds, Route 119 in Dunbar Township. If you have any questions, you call Robert Carson at 724-430-4884, or his email is bcarson@fayetteepa.org. Once again, that's 724-430-4884. And if anyone needs any more information, you can call down here to the township, and Sean has all the information on it. But this is good because I know we just had a cleanup out in Revere, and I think that the tires that we got rid of for a dumpster full of tires, it was like $700 to get rid of them. So I mean, this is definitely something you want to take advantage of. It's $1.50 per tire to get rid of them. Gentlemen, have anything to add? No?
Mr. Carson, he's the head of Fayette County Building and Grounds. He's the guy that's in charge of it. At the courthouse.
Thank you. Number 18, comments from the public. Anyone? Mrs. Rice, would you like to come up, please?
I didn't want to go up, but I will.
Well, everyone wants to see you.
Oh, sure.
We can bring the podium over to you.
I could have. Well, first of all, I'd like to say Hutchison Park is a beautiful little park. There's a lot of things for the public to do, you know, the baseball fields and everything. However, I think it's a little bit lacking with things for our younger children, and I'm hoping that perhaps the township would be willing to put in a few more swings, especially baby swings. We have one, which is, if you're down there with an infant or a small child, and there are other children, you know, you take your turn. You know when that kid's swinging, they don't want to get off. So it's just something that I'm hoping that the township would be willing to look into and perhaps do. And just as a little caveat, to say that Fairchance has 6 baby swings, but we only have 1. So hopefully it's something you would consider.
Yeah,
But,
we definitely will.
so.
I would like to say
Thank you.
that most townships don't have any swings.
Well, see, we're a little bit better, but not quite there yet.
Well,
We have 2 at Orford.
I know you
10.
do. I know what you have up there.
Somebody else actually called this
Yeah.
week and requested another infant
swing.
swing up there, so we'll definitely consider it. I think we actually have
It wasn't
one.
me that called.
Wasn't you? You sure?
Changing my voice.
Thank you. Anyone else? Thank you.
Thanks, Ken.
Number 19, the financial statement. Mr. Treasurer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Financial statement for the month of May. Our general fund checking account is $368,342.37. Our general fund investment account is $540,764.08. Our state fund, $294,048.70. Our hygiene fund, $13,355.67. Our athletic fund, $4,209.20. And our North Union and South Union Intergovernmental Board Fund is $21,254.45 for a grand total of $1,241,974.47. Also, we add to the sewage fund, we have a total there of $2,431,328.58. That's my report for the financial statement. The
Thank
monthly
you, Mr.
measure.
Vernon. Any corrections, Mr. Schiffbauer?
No, I have no.
Thank you, sir. Number 20, motion to pay all current bills, Mr. Secretary.
Yeah, I'll make the following motion to pay current bills for the North Union, South Union Intergovernmental Board Fund, $5,350. From the State Fund, $13,944.17. Fire Hydrant Fund, $1,505.46. From the Sewage Fund, $690,996.87. And from the Athletic Fund, I believe I skipped that one, $2,445. And for the final one, from the General Fund, $266,233.24.
I'll second Mr. Schiffbauer's motion.
We have a motion and proper second to pay the current bills. On the roll call, Mr. Schiffbauer,
Yes.
Mr. Vernon.
Yes.
Mr. Scott, yes. Motion carries. Thank you, sir. And number 21, anything from our solicitor today?
I have nothing to report today.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate all your help today.
Thank you.
Nothing else? Chair will entertain a motion to adjourn at 4:33 p.m.
I'll move to adjourn at 4:33 p.m.
A motion, do we have a second?
I'll second Mr. Vernon's motion.
Motion and proper second on the roll call, Mr. Vernon?
Yes.
Mr. Schiffbauer?
Yes.
Mr. Scott, yes. This meeting is adjourned.
We should have it signed or moved, and then after she puts a number on it,